So if energy is the ability to do work, what's another way to say that?
Able to do work.
What'd you say?
Able to do work.
Able to do work. All right. The second bullet up there, what does it say about energy? Zakiah? The ability to move or cause a change in matter. Do we have to work to move? Do you have to work to change stuff? All right. So, if energy is the ability to do work, we want to focus on potential and kinetic energy today. So, Chloe, can you tell me what potential energy says up there? Potential energy is stored. Thank you. All right. Can I word that a different way other than stored? Kind of like what we saw in the video. Potential energy is what, Jocelyn?
Stored energy in an object that stands still.
Yeah, standing still is just hanging out, right? It's there for if I need it, but is it doing anything at the moment? All right. So then we go to kinetic energy. What's kinetic energy? Kendall? Moving energy. So is it doing something? All right. So potential energy is what?
Stored.
Kinetic energy is what?
Moving.
What would be an example of potential energy? Raise your hand. An example. So if you just wanted to think, what is potential energy? What's my one word I can think of and get it every time? Austin?
Steel.
Steel? Like the metal? Oh, like being steel. S-T-I-L-L. Okay, being steel. That's a good one. Instead of a physical example, he thought of a word example. I love it. Steel. Being steel. All right. Elizabeth, what's yours?
A toy not being played with.
A toy not being played with. Okay. All right. One more. Come on.
Just sitting in the videos.
Do what?
When you just sitting in the videos, not moving.
Yeah, just sitting there. Not doing anything. Being still. Not being used. Great examples. All right. What about kinetic energy? Kinetic energy. Brandon?
Moving your hand.
Moving your hand. Jocelyn?
Throwing your hand.
Throwing the ball. Marius?
Not forward.
Riding four-wheelers. Come on. Example of kinetic energy. Riding in the car. Pedro? Running. Anything that's what? Moving. Great. All right. What's the difference between the two? Somebody give me a good example of what's the difference between the two? Quick and easy way to say it. Difference between kinetic and potential energy. Barry?
Potential energy is something staying still, and kinetic energy is something is energy.
All right. What's a picture? If I said, everybody draw me a picture of potential energy,
Ooh.
what could you draw?
I mean,
A rock.
A rock.
a ball sitting on
A bowl on the counter.
A cup.
A cup.
the controller.
A controller. All right, so everybody, next to where you write potential energy equals stored energy, then make you a little picture of something that's going to remind you of what potential energy is. And that picture can be the same as your word, or you can do your picture of what's going to remind you, and then that one word that's going to remind you. So like Austin said, steel, S-T-I-L-L. That's his word that reminds you. But can you draw steel? Not really. So he's going to have to think of something different for a picture, but that's a perfect word. So we want the definition, a picture, and a word. And if somebody else said one that works for you, you can use it. You don't have to reinvent the wheel. But if you think of one that works better for you, put it.